There are paintings that allow themselves to be seen, and there are paintings that seem to look back at us. The Monalisa belongs to that second world. Before we even understand who she is, we feel that we have already entered her silence. This is not only a portrait, it is a presence. As we move through this space, everything feels suspended between the human and the dreamlike. The air is light, almost still, as if time itself had chosen to rest. For a few moments in front of her, nothing here shouts, nothing insists, and because of that, everything endures. Leonardo da Vinci did not paint only a face. He built an atmosphere. He turned the gaze into a doorway, the smile into a question, the landscape into an extension of the soul. In this work, the portrait does not end with the figure. It continues behind her, in the roads, the waters, the mountains, and the winding horizons that feel more remembered than seen. As we come closer, the serenity of the scene does not reveal itself as simple. It is made of layers. There is calm, but there is also enigma. There is delicacy, but also distance. The woman before us feels near and unreachable at the same time, like someone who knows a secret that will never be fully spoken. Her face is not frozen. It almost changes while we look. The smile seems to appear and fade within the same breath. The eyes follow without chasing. The expression never gives itself away completely. It lives in that rare space between certainty and doubt. This is where Leonardo becomes more than a painter. He becomes an architect of sensation, with soft transitions, with edges dissolving into air, with shadows that never feel heavy. He allows the figure to emerge, as if she were made of light and memory. Nothing is harsh, nothing is abrupt. Everything here feels breathed into being. And then the background opens. Behind her, the world recedes into rivers, stone, bridges, paths, and heights that feel almost unreal. This is not just a landscape, it is an inner territory, an emotional geography, as if the human mind and ancient nature had been stitched together with the same invisible thread. These roads do not lead only to places, they lead to states of feeling. The bridge seems to connect not two banks, but two ages. The waters do not merely flow, they remember. The mountains do not simply rise, they watch. Everything in that horizon feels as though it belongs to a silent age of the world, before haste, before noise, before explanation. And at the center of it all, she remains, not with displayed grandeur, not with obvious symbols of power, but with something far more difficult to create: presence. A quiet, steady, undecipherable presence. She does not need to move in order to command the space. The space arranges itself around her. Perhaps that is why this painting crosses centuries, because it does not offer a single answer. It remains open. Each gaze finds something different. Each return reveals another layer. Each silence around it seems to enlarge what cannot be said. Here, before her, we understand that mystery is not an effect. It is the substance of the work itself. Leonardo did not merely want to represent someone. He wanted to touch the instant, when a human being stops being only a figure and becomes permanence. To walk inside the Mona Lisa is to walk inside a question kept alive. Who is she? What does she know? Why does she seem so calm before such a vast and uncertain world behind her? And why, even now, centuries later, do we still feel that something in her is waiting to be understood? Perhaps we will never know completely, and perhaps that is precisely the beauty, because some works were never meant to be exhausted. They were made to remain within us, to return in unexpected moments, to remind us that the deepest art does not explain everything. It endures. And while the light rests upon her face, while the landscape breathes behind her, while the silence remains whole between us and her, one quiet truth becomes impossible to ignore. The Mona Lisa is not only seen, it is inhabited.